It's
Hey
good
everyone.
to see. Yeah, it's good to see the two of you, and I know so many are watching. So hello to everyone out there.
Out there in midweek update land.
That's right.
I want to start by just mentioning this past Sunday we had Stewardship Commitment Sunday. We brought forward our commitment cards, our pledge cards, also time and talent surveys. And some of you may have missed Sunday, or you weren't ready to make that decision or didn't have the materials. We will have time and talent surveys and additional commitment cards available this Sunday. So you can pick them up this Sunday. You can fill them out, put them in the offering box. I know somebody came by the office the other day to fill out a time and talent survey, so that's a possibility as well. But we want to be sure that we catch up those people who didn't have a chance to do that on Sunday. I was just talking to Amy this morning. I was watching the worship service from Sunday and just kind of noting, when the children were doing their song with Brian during the children's time and turning around and moving around. And then when we were coming forward for time and talent, it was sort of this circular movement, this sort of almost dance-like movement. Both as you watch the worship service, both were sort of beautiful moments, kind of echoes of each other. So anyway, that was really nice this past Sunday, and we want to bring others along. I also want to mention that this coming Sunday, we will have a special speaker, Edwin Arison, who is the development director for the Desmond and Leah Tutu Foundation, Legacy Foundation. He's here in the area to speak at the Indiana Center for Middle East Peace Gala on Saturday night. And we're fortunate to have him come and speak at church on Sunday and then conduct a Sunday school class. And Michael Spath, who was here as one of the speakers when I was on sabbatical, is the one who is, provided this opportunity for us. And so when I was communicating with Edwin, I was talking to him about the sabbatical theme and who is my neighbor. And he said, oh, I'd like to do something about that. So he's going to follow on to that theme and who is my neighbor, working with the text, the story of the Good Samaritan, but from a South African perspective, talking about justice, courage, some of those kinds of things. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's a nice opportunity for us to have somebody, an international speaker, but also for me personally, to sort of see another echo coming from the theme of sabbatical and kind of carrying forward. And for my chance to actually be here when somebody else is speaking about that, because I didn't get a chance to experience those firsthand during the time that I was gone. So looking forward to that on Sunday.
Very good. Now, when you walk into the church on Sunday, if you're one of the folks that comes to church, you will see in the vestibule 2 couches. This is the beginning of a realization of a soft seating project that I have been sort of nurturing along for a couple of years so that we have some comfortable places to encourage conversation and gathering of people in informal spaces. So you'll see these 2 couches. It's just the beginning of what the vestibule setup will be. There are more pieces to bring to that. And it's very possible that we'll move on to the narthex and create another soft seating area. But sit on the sofas. Don't like walk past them and think what a good idea and not sit on them. It brings a different perspective into the vestibule. You look at the plants that David Krebs has been nurturing for I don't know how long, but they're beautiful plants. There's a beautiful wooden sculpture that's easy for us to forget what's in our spaces. We have a beautiful courtyard. Come sit on the couches. If a child is sitting on a couch, go and sit down with them too. It is space for people of all ages to interact. And so I'm excited that this is happening.
I wanted to share just a couple of things that are coming up. I want to let you know, had a wonderful progressive dinner with the senior high youth this past week, going from house to house and sharing a meal together. This week, the junior high will be going bowling. So yeah, you would find us out at Cannonball Lanes in the evening if anyone else has a itch for bowling.
Crash the junior high event.
Crash the junior high event. Hey, there's plenty of lanes. And then I wanted to let folks know about the following week, November 6th, just sort of a save the date. Coming off of our guest speaker, we have Junior High, National Junior High Sunday, and we're going to be recognizing our mentor pairs, just really all of them, our outgoing pairs, those that are in the program, and those that are just coming up, some of our new pairs. So we'll be doing that on the 6th. And then in the evening at 4:30, Fellowship Commission is hosting a campfire. So we welcome you to that event on the evening, all those things on November 6th coming up.
I'm going to add something to November 6th, just for your awareness. It's been in the newsletter and in the announcement slides, but we're also having our quarterly fall outreach offering for the Learn More Center. And there will be a button on the website, but also an opportunity for, I believe there'll be envelopes available as well for that. So that's our quarterly outreach offering, also on November 6th.
Yeah, full day.
To bring our midweek update to a close, I have a poem. I know that's a surprise. Some people like to mark the movement of the year with decorations and family gatherings and different kinds of traditions. I love living in Indiana, where we get to fully live all of the seasons. I find it miraculous and beautiful and wonderful. But one of my favorite traditions comes in the fall on a day just like today, which is kind of in the 50s, maybe upper 40s, and it's a little dreary and it's so autumn. Leaves are falling. You have to watch where you walk on the sidewalks because the leaves can be a little bit slippery from just the drippy day. This is a poem that I find space to offer publicly every single fall. It is called A Prayer for Early Autumn. I have read it to you all before. The poet is Travis Poling, who is a Manchester College University graduate and a Bethany Seminary graduate, and is now in a PhD program in Ohio for writing. Sit back and listen to this. Maker of the toilless sparrows, the simple lilies of the grandiose fields, let us praise your musical geese flying from autumn, those wings you guide and pull toward life into luscious sunlit ponds. These lands they flee will soon know frost. As fruits and skies turn gray, your good earth knows these cycles, needs these tides, welcomes your winds. Let us praise your dying lilies, your drooping sunflowers, your once prized roses. The time for flower has ended, leaving us with bare twigs, bitter seeds, devouring beetles. Let us praise your blue and valiant skies for one more day and praise them still once the sky has turned to cloud, sunlight to chilled rain and snow. Whatever does not leave must hide or die this winter. We mourn the creatures who will not make it through, though they are never lost to earth's deep forces. The dead decay to feed the living once vibrant spring has come. We weep to see your trees drop their leaves, green hands no longer waving in the wind. Stark oak bodies throw their arms to heaven, waiting. They look like they're shouting, grasping for you as we sometimes do in the midst of such loss. We too have tossed many lives down by our breathing, our wearing, our consuming of your world. You, O God of ragged beauty, are greater than all our destructions. mightier than all our solutions, angrier than all our tears, closer than all our fears, and yet we must weep. We must lament and mourn. Just as you bury your life beneath the snows, may we bury our axes beneath your tears. May we kneel down in the dirt beside you to create lives anew. Your birds may not sow, nor your blossoms spin, but may we sculpt and build and name with you, that we might treasure your creation and dance in new life when it comes again and again. Amen.